Hi, my name is Brian Venton with another My Town Media opinion piece that I've called "Is the Queensland CCC a Lame Duck?" The Guardian paper on the 20th of August wrote an article titled "One-third of Queensland public servants have witnessed corruption and over half didn't report it." That is a staggering statistic, considering that according to the Australian Bureau of Statistics, as of June last year, nearly 600,000 people were employed in the public sector, of which 322,000 were in the state government. Now that means approximately 168,000 people working in the public system believe they have witnessed some level of corruption deemed reportable. On the other hand, the CCC say that they investigate fewer than 1% of cases reported to the watchdog. Statistically, in the last 4 reporting years, there have been approximately 18,335 cases assessed for suspected corruption, and the CCC investigates less than 1% of them. So let me give you a closer snapshot of what that looks like. According to The Guardian, the CCC assessed 5,567 corruption matters in the 24-25 financial year. Of these, it has retained 33 cases for further investigation. But listen to this. Of the matters reported, 1,834 were binned and 3,700 of them were referred back to the unit of public administration that they were made about. And just one person has been charged with one corruption offence so far during this reporting period. So let me make 3 observations for you to consider here. First, according to Wikipedia, the CCC employs about 335 people, which probably accounts for why just 1% of reported cases ever get investigated. The CCC is literally bogged down with case overload. As I understand, in 2021, there were 27 people charged with 535 criminal offences. Many, not all, but many were in relation to the Ipswich Council. It was a very busy year. In 2022, there were 8 charges relating to 73 criminal offences. In 22-23, there were 11 corruption matters finalised in court, of which 7 resulted in successful outcomes of custodial sentences or fines. In 23-24, there was 1 person charged with 9 criminal offences relating to corruption. Now, obviously, the reporting of crimes far outweigh the available resources to investigate that crime, and the CCC, I suggest, is bogged down with case overload. Second, a bigger concern, though, is that of the 5,567 cases reported in the 24-25 year, 3,700 of them were referred back to the unit of public administration that they were made about. Now, that means they probably get self-investigated, potentially trashed, and any whistleblower or informant could easily be traced or identified, victimised, bullied, and either sacked or forced into resignation, which reportedly happens. It's why The Guardian reports that of the 31% who believe that they had witnessed corruption, 55% of them did not report it for fear of retribution or reprisal. Now, what this means is that doing crime within the public sector might be easy to get away with. It takes a courageous person to report something in the first place, and when less than 1% of cases are considered and many cases are returned back to their port of call, it is easy to assume, if you have a criminal intent, that crime pays without consequence. That, in my view, is problematic on so many levels. Then third, sadly, I suggest it's very easy to game the CCC process for political opportunism. Defendants get tied up in red tape. It takes them out of action, silences them, and can even bankrupt them and ruin careers. I suspect this is what is happening with the case against the Townsville suspended Mayor, Mr. Thompson. The state ALP's last act of mischief in 2024, in order to shore up its disastrous electoral prospects in Townsville, tried to get the duly elected Mayor of Townsville kicked out of office in order to curry favour with their voters. They forced the mayor to show cause why he should not be sacked, and after the mayor provided a multi-page response, the ALP, knowing it had run out of time, proceeded to shame the new Premier, Crisafulli, into doing what they couldn't do themselves and report Mr Thompson to the CCC. The ALP and the LNP, in tandem, in my opinion, effectively denied Mr Thompson natural justice on the basis of unsubstantiated claims. Premier Crisafulli's motive seemed clear, as reported by the Bulletin in an article published on the 23rd of December last year called The Chamber of Secrets. He is reportedly to have said, "I can't be more direct. They," that's the Townsville councillors and administration, "have been given what they asked, and that he, Mr Thompson, is set aside while he gets the opportunity to defend his claim." Now just absorb that statement on face value, given what they asked. In my view, that was a gross betrayal by the state committed against a sitting mayor and the people of Townsville. They denied Mr Thompson due process and deliberately handed him over to the baying voices of a biased mob of detractors. At the time, Crisafulli's actions outraged the LGAQ, but they themselves went silent and also chose not to go into bat for Mr Thompson. Instead, the CCC, in my view, has been used as a weapon, a battering ram, to destroy the Townsville mayor, and serious questions in this instance have to be answered as to motive. And it's not out of the question that the CCC process is being used as a shield to protect other vested interests opposed to Mr Thompson. Cases can drag on for years. So what do we conclude from this? Well, in my view, the CCC is effectively a lame duck. And whilst it's captured a few cases of criminality, it is also massively under-resourced. Its processes are a major disincentive for any whistleblower, and in my view, it's too easily gamed for political purposes. How do you see it? These views are an expression of my own observations and honest opinions, and made without prejudice. Thanks for watching, and remember, the things that appear are not always as they seem. Bye.